students, welcome in the Sanjeevan Education Group, and this is your biology teacher Dr. S. B. Sakre. Now let us discuss about the biology syllabus. You have 6 chapters in biology, that is crop production, microorganism, then cell, the unit of life, then reproduction in animals, reaching the age of adolescence, and air pollution and water pollution. These are your biology chapters. Among them, today we are going to start the first chapter, that is reproduction in animals. Reproduction in animals. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about how does the animals are multiply, how does animals get reproduced. In the reproduction कैसे होता है ये हमें इसमें डिस्कस करना है. First of all, what is meant by reproduction? Reproduction क्या होता है? Re means what? Re means again. Production means what? Production is to form. ऐसा इसका वर्ड मीनिंग है. But what is the actual definition of the reproduction? Reproduction is defined as a formation of new life from pre-existing life. जब new life बनती है pre-existing life से, that is called as reproduction. ये simple definition है reproduction की. अगर हम इसके अगर biological again एक definition देखते हैं और depth में, so reproduction can be defined as a complex biological process in which an organism reproduces or forms a new offspring or individuals which is similar to itself is called as reproduction. This is the modern definition of the reproduction. So that the reproduction is the most important characteristic of living organism. ये लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म का मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है बिकॉज नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स आर नॉट रिप्रोड्यूस. एज यू नो वेरी वेल दैट ओनली लिविंग थिंग्स कैन रिप्रोड्यूस, नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स कैन नॉट रिप्रोड्यूस. ओके, बट देयर आर फ्यू एक्सेप्शंस. फॉर एक्सेप्शंस कौन सा? सच एज म्यूल्स. म्यूल्स जो होते हैं, mules cannot reproduce because they are sterile. Mules are sterile. Mules are living things, but they are animals because they are sterile. Due to this sterility, they cannot reproduce. Okay, so reproduction is one of the most important characteristics of the living organism, and it plays a most important role in the continuation of the species and evolution. Most important evolution of the species. स्पीसीज का कंटिन्यूएशन और इवोल्यूशन के लिए जो इम्पोर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है that is the reproduction. So reproduction plays an important role in the continuation of the species and the evolution of that species. Okay, so next discuss कर रहे हैं modes of the reproductions. Now there are two modes of the reproductions. Modes of reproduction. There are two modes of reproduction. One is a sexual reproduction. Sexual mode of reproduction, and asexual mode of reproduction. Animals and plants and living things, all the living things are either reproduced by the sexual or asexually. That's why there are two modes of the reproduction. One is the sexual mode of reproduction, another is the asexual mode of reproduction. So what is the sexual and asexual reproduction? What is the difference between sexual and asexual reproduction? So first of all, see, what is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction is concerning with the formation and fusion of gametes. It is called as sexual reproduction. While asexual reproduction does not concern with the formation and fusion of gametes. Remember, I repeat, sexual reproduction means it involves the formation of gamete and fusion of two respective gametes, that is male and female gametes, to form a new individuals or offspring. While asexual reproduction does not concern with the formation and the fusion of gametes. Remember that. And the product of the asexual reproduction is called as clones, because they are too much similar or identical to their parents. And sexual reproduction, the product of sexual reproduction is called as offspring, because and they are not 100% are identical to their parents because of variation. Why this variation occurs? ये जो है ये हम आगे जेनेटिक्स में 10th स्टैंडर्ड में डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. ओके, नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डिस्कस करते हैं sexual mode of reproduction. So sexual mode of reproduction involves the formation of gametes and the fusion of gametes. So there are some few terminology. For example, gametes, then gonads, then primary sexual characters and secondary sexual characters. First of all, what is a gametes and gonads? Gametes means primary sex cell. Primary sex cell means gamete. Gonad means primary sex organ. Primary sex organ means what? Gonad. Primary sex cell means what? Gamete. So, अगर इधर देखते हैं sex, then gamete, gonad, and gamete. Sex male, female, gonad. Male gonad होता है means male primary sex organs are testes. Female primary sex organ means gonads are ovaries. Male gametes are sperms. Female gametes are ovum or ova or oocyte or eggs. Okay. So gonads are primary sex organs which are concerned with the formation of the gametes. The process of formation of gametes is called as gametogenesis. This gametogenesis takes place in the primary sex organ is gonads. Gonads के अंदर gametogenesis होता है. Yes. Male gonad that is testis produces male gamete that is sperm. Female gonad that is ovaries produces female gamete that is ova or oocyte or egg or ovum. Okay, so you can screenshot it and write down it. Okay, so what is the difference between the primary and secondary sexual characters? Primary sexual characters are those characters which differentiates an individual from either it is a male or a female. The sex organs which are present since the birth are called as primary sex organs or primary sexual characters, and secondary sexual characters are those characters which are not present since birth. These characters are developed after the acquired or attendance of the puberty. Puberty means at the age of the development of secondary sexual characters. Male puberty generally occurs at the age of 16 to 18 years, while female puberty attends at the age of 13 to 14 years. So this attendance of the puberty this period is called adolescence. We will discuss in the later in the chapter reaching the age of adolescence. We will discuss currently. Okay. So first of all, discuss the human reproduction. Human reproduction in this chapter we will going to study about the reproduction in the human, then briefly reproduction in the other animals like amphibians like frog, reproduction in the arthropods like in the butterflies, and then the reproduction in the aquatic animals, and the reproduction in the reptiles, amphibians, reproduction in the aves with oviparous animals, this laying the eggs. So first we will discuss about the reproduction in the human reproduction. First of all, we are discuss about the some terminology related with the humans. Okay, humans are the primitive mammals. Humans are primitive mammals. Primitive mammals and non-primitive mammals. This is the non-primitive mammals. First of all, mammals means what? Mammals class Mammalia. In the animal kingdom, we have classified animals into the different phylum. Then phylum again classified into the different divisions and the superclass. Then class. So one of them mammal class Mammalia is one class. Okay, class Mammalia में ऐसे animals होते हैं. The animals which are belongs to the class Mammalia are those animals which have mammary glands or the breast. Means they are milk feeders animals because their offspring, the primary development of their offspring is dependent on the milk of their mothers. These animals are called as mammals. Okay, so again mammals are of two types. One is the primative mammals and non-primative mammals. So what is the difference between primative mammals and non-primative mammals? The primative mammals are characterized by the presence of menstrual cycle. So what is a menstrual cycle? It is a menstrual cycle we will discuss in the later. Okay. Then what is a non-primative animal? They are characterized by presence of estrous cycle. Which cycle? Estrous cycle instead of menstrual cycle. Estrous cycle and menstrual cycle both are different things. So primative mammals are concerned with the characterized by presence of menstrual cycle, which includes humans, then apes. Apes means gorilla, chimpanzee, langur, etc. And the monkeys. These are primative mammals because their females are characterized by presence of menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is a cyclic changes takes place in the ovaries and uterus. Okay, in the female. So this is called as primitive mammals. So non-primitive mammals are characterized by presence of estrous cycle. So what are the examples of non-primitive mammals? Like cat, dog, cows, buffaloes. These are the examples of non-primitive mammals. Okay. Next, humans. Humans are unisexual. देखो दो terms होती है. There are two terms. One is the bisexual and unisexual. What is the difference between unisexual and bisexual? As you know that uni means what? Uni means single or one. Bi means what? Bi means die or two. Sexual means sex. One sex means what? कि एक ही ऑर्गेनिज्म के बॉडी के अंदर एक ही सेक्स होता है. मींस सेक्सेस आर सेपरेटेड. मेल एंड फीमेल सेक्स आर सेपरेटेड. ऐसे एनिमल्स होते हैं, ऐसे ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं, दे आर कॉल्ड एज यूनिसेक्सुअल एनिमल्स. व्हाइल द एनिमल्स in which both sperm and ova producing the same body, both male and female sex organs are present in the same body. These organisms or animals are called as bisexual animals. Like for example, most of the flowers are bisexual flowers, which we contain pistils and the carpel as well as the stamen. Means which contain male words and the female words also. So such type of flowers are called as bisexual flowers. Okay. So such animals in which both ova and sperms are produced in the same body are called as bisexual animals. Bisexual animals are also called as hermaphrodites animals. These animals are also called as hermaphrodites animals. hermaphrodites animals. Hermaphrodites animals means bisexual animals, means animals in which both male and female gametes are produced in the same body are called as hermaphrodites. For example, lower animals like helminths, then most common example earthworms are hermaphrodites, means bisexual animals. So plants में इनके लिए अलग terminology होती है. If the plant is bisexual, such plants are called as monoecious plants. Means both sex are present in the same plants with bisexual flower. Such plants which bears the bisexual flower are called as monoecious plants. While the plants which bears the flower which contain only one sex one, it may be the androecium or gynoecium. Okay, such plants are called as monoecious plant, which contain only one sex, like papaya plants. They are dioecious plants, and the plants which bears bisexual flower are called as monoecious plants. Okay, so the animals in which sexes are separated, male and female sex are separated. Such animals are called as unisexual animals, are also called as dioecious animals, because they show the sexual dimorphism, means the male and female sex are separated. Okay, so these are the terminology bisexual and unisexual. Next terminology, uniparental and biparental. What is the difference between uniparental and biparental? As in that uni means what? One. Bi means what? Two. Uniparental, parents. तो ऐसे एनिमल्स की जीनल रिप्रोडक्शन के लिए सिर्फ एक ही पेरेंट्स की जरूरत होती है. Those animals which requires only one parents, or in which only one parent is involved in the reproduction are called as uniparental animals, while the animals in which two parents are involved in the reproduction are called as biparental animals. So human beings are belonging to the biparentals because it requires two parents for the reproduction. Male and female means father and mother. Uniparental animals means the single parents animals. For example, hermaphrodites means bisexual animals like earthworm, and the lower animals and lower aquatic animals. Okay, so this the next is a oviparous and viviparous. What is the difference between oviparous and viviparous? ओवी का मीनिंग होता है, ओवी मीन्स ओवम मीन्स एग, oocyte एग होता है. तो एनिमल्स विच लेज एग इंस्टेड ऑफ द ऑस्प्रिंग, जो ऑस्प्रिंग को बर्थ नहीं करते हैं वो एग ले करते हैं, ऐसे एनिमल्स को ओविपैरस एनिमल्स कहते हैं. while viviparous animals means the development of the offspring, the entire full development of the offspring takes place inside the body of mother. Such animals are called as viviparous animals. Means these animals, usual animals, viviparous animals, they gives birth to child, or give birth to the full term means full developed offspring, instead of the partial development of the offspring, such as oviparous. Egg means what? Egg means for the embryo of fertilized product of the conception, means the partial development of the offspring. Okay, so in which oviparous animals में जो ऑस्प्रिंग इसके पार्शियल डेवलपमेंट मदर में होते हैं, पार्शियल डेवलपमेंट मदर के बॉडी के बाहर होती है. लेकिन विविपैरस एनिमल्स में जो एंटायर डेवलपमेंट है, फुल टोटल डेवलपमेंट जो है, दिस टेक्स प्लेस इन द इनसाइड द बॉडी ऑफ द मदर. सो वी ह्यूमंस आर viviparous, humans are not oviparous. Most of the ewes means birds are the oviparous, they lay eggs, except the mammals, that is platypus. Platypus एक mammal है लेकिन वो oviparous है. Apart from the platypus, all the mammals are viviparous, exceptional platypus. Okay, so let us start with the human reproduction. So see, this is the gonad and gamete. gonad, gamete is the sex. Male, female, then sex hormone. Sex male. Male gonad कौन सा होता है? Testis. Testis are male gonad. Means male primary sex organ, which produces the male gamete, that is sperms. And along with the sperm, they also produce the male sex hormone, that is testosterone, which is responsible for the development of the secondary sexual character after the attendance of the puberty. Okay, that is testosterone. Then next is the sex female. Female gonad होता है ovaries. Ovaries are female gonad, which produces female gamete, that is ovum. Like the male gamete sperms. So female gametes होता है oocyte or ova or ovum or egg, and also produces the female sex hormone, that is estrogen. Estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen is a female sex hormone which is responsible for the development of the secondary sexual character in the female after the attendance of the puberty at the age of near about 13 to 14 years. And progesterone is also another hormone which is secreted by the female gonad, that is ovaries. And progesterone is a pregnancy maintaining hormone, that's why it is also called as pregnancy hormone. So you can write on this. Okay, this is sex gonad gamete sex hormone. Sex male gonad testis, which produces male gamete sperm. Then male sex hormone testosterone, which is responsible for the development of the secondary sexual character in the male after the attendance of the puberty at the age of 16 to 18 years, near about. Okay, then sex female. Female gonad is ovaries. Ovaries produces female gamete, that is ovum or oocyte, and along with this it secretes female sex hormone, that is estrogen, along with the progesterone. Getting this? So this is all about the some terminology related to the human reproduction. Now let's start with the human male reproductive system. So what is human male reproductive system? Human male reproductive system. Human male reproductive systems consist of first pair testis, means male primary sex organ, testis, then scrotum, then epididymis, then vas differentia, then urethra, then seminal vesicle, then prostate gland, Cowper's gland, means bulbourethral glands, then penis, and foreskin means prepuce. So these are the structures which are present or involved in the male reproductive system, that is pair of testis, which are enclosed in the scrotal sac, scrotum, and the epididymis, which is arising from the testis, which carries the sperm which is produced in the testis, then epididymis, Then the epididymis opens or leads into vas differentia. Vas differentia runs upward and enters into the abdominal cavity by piercing the inguinal canal, and then they enters into the urethra. Urethra continue into the penis and opens outside the body, which carries both urine as well as the male genital material, that is semen. That's why male urethra also called as urinogenital tract. Then pair of two fibromuscular pouch-like sac-like vesicles or glands present just behind the urinary bladder are called as seminal vesicle. Unpair of single gland, that is prostate gland, which covers the prostatic urethra. Then Cowper's gland, also called as bulbourethral gland, which is present on the either side of the urethra. Then penis is one of the male copulatory organ, and the foreskin which covers the glans penis. Okay, now आप इस जो लेबल्स आपको दिखाई दे रहे इससे आपको समझ में नहीं आया होगा, तो इसलिए मैं डायग्राम आपको ड्रॉ करके दिखा रहा हूँ मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम की. So student, this is the male reproductive system. This large pear-shaped part is called as urinary bladder. This is urinary bladder. These are two structures which are comes from the both the kidneys and runs downward, opens into the urinary bladder. This structure is called as ureter. These are a pair of ureter opens to urinary bladder. Then urinary bladder opens into this tract. This tract is called as urethra. What is this? Urethra. Then these are the pair of testes. This male primary sex organ. Testis means male gonad. Okay. So this C-shaped duct which lies on the posterior aspect of each testis. This duct is called as epididymis. Epididymis. Okay, which carries sperm, which is produced in the testis, which carries sperm from the epididymis up to the vas differentia. This duct, which is arising from the base of epididymis and runs upward and enters into the abdominal cavity by piercing the inguinal canal. Here is found small canals are present, which we are discussing in the later lecture. Okay, this canal is called as inguinal canal. This duct pierces this inguinal canal and runs upward and enters into abdominal cavity. Again, this feeds to the ureter and again runs downward and opens to the urethra. So this duct is near about 40 centimeter in length. This duct is called as vas differentia. It is called as vas differentia, which carries sperm produced in the testis up to the urethra. That's why यहाँ से यूरिन और यहाँ से सेमेन मीन्स यहाँ से ये जो डक्ट है दिस डक्ट कैरीज बोथ यूरिन एज वेल एज semen. That's why this urethra is called as urinogenital duct, as it carries both urine as well as semen. In male, it is a common passage for the urine as well as urination or as well as for the semination. Okay, so this is single gland. This single gland is called as prostate gland. Prostate gland. Then these are the pair of glands which are present on the posterior side of the urinary bladder called seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle. These testes are covered by the sac-like a pigmented pouch of the skin. This pouch of the skin is called scrotum. It is called as scrotum. Then this part of the urethra which is covered by the erectile tissue. This is called as penis. The tip of the penis at the end, this enlarged part of the tip of the penis is called as glans penis. Glans penis, which is covered by highly retractable or foldable skin called as foreskin or papules also called. These are pair of glands which is present on either side of the urethra. These glands are called as Cooper's gland or bulbourethral gland. Okay, students. So you have to draw this diagram and write down this. Please, इसकी स्क्रीनशॉट आप लोग ले सकते हो और ये डायग्राम आपको ड्रॉ करनी है. Okay.